Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to this week's reading. We have 4 piles again over here. Let's find out if you guys have a future together or not. This can be kind of a near future type of indication, a little bit of a study of what is their energy, your energy, what is your compatibility like. It's a little bit of everything. And of course we have a yes and no portion as well. So yes, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. The timestamps are in the description box. Make sure to choose with your intuition. And whenever you're ready, we'll start with pile 1. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. Let's see if you guys have a future together. We have the 4 cornerstone compatibility tests. This is your final answer over here, but let's see what you are like first. We have Sagittarius. Okay, so you could be a fire sign. You could have Sagittarius quite heavy in your chart. It could be Sun, Moon, Rising Sagittarius, things like that. But you don't have to be, of course. This kind of points to you being very open-minded. You want to learn a lot. You need to explore certain things. You think a lot of big kind of thoughts. What else? You're curious. You're expansive. You want to learn, you want to keep learning. This doesn't have to be a bookish type of knowledge, but rather just about the world you live in, the people you interact with. Kind of a very open, adventurous, and free spirit. Okay? Then we have the Fool. Okay, so that is basically what I was saying. It is reiterating that. That's beautiful. Open for adventure. It's kind of keeping your faith in the universe and what life has to bring you. So there is a very innocent spark to it. You could be new to the dating game, or you're taking a kind of a fresh look at things. There is sort of a newness type of vibe. Curious as well. Yeah. Very open, that's the vibe. Okay, let's see what they are like. We have Pluto, power, death, transformation, and evolution. Okay, and we have the 8 of Cups. So they are going through certain transitionary phases in their life. They could be getting out of a certain relationship right now. Why is this doing that? Okay. Why is it? Okay. I don't know why it has been doing this today. It was fine yesterday. Anyway, yes, so they could be leaving behind an emotionally scarring time as well. But it's kind of the moving on type of thing. Okay, there is some sort of transition thing. They have learned quite a bit though from their previous relationships. And they're walking towards a new beginning. They have a kind of a resolution type vibe that, okay, this will not repeat, that kind of thing. They don't want the same thing to repeat. And whatever has happened was definitely a disturbance on the emotional health for them. But nevertheless, they learned quite a bit and they're growing from it. Okay, let's see what you are looking for in a relationship. We have the 5 of Wands and the 6 card, Major Arcana, the Lovers. So you're looking for kind of a soulmate relationship, quite a deep connection, spiritual connect where you can solve any conflicts that may come your way, because no relationship is absolutely perfect, right? Everyone has to work on something or the other, but you are wanting someone who can help you with your conflicts and you can help someone with theirs. So it's kind of this harmony, balancing, you helping one another, supporting one another, growing with one another, dealing with any of the disturbances and conflicts that may come your way in a very harmonious and stable way. That is what you're looking for in the next lover. And lover is awesome. The word really matched up. Okay. What else? You're not expecting them to be the same as you, but you're kind of hoping for someone who is more of a balancing influence. Yeah, that's really nice. Good expectations, I must say. Okay. What do they want? We have the Queen of Cups. So awesome. They want a spiritual connection, an emotional connection where, yeah, they're able to heal very nicely. Well, it's not up to you to heal them, of course, but at least they don't want the next relationship to be so scarring or kind of turbulent emotionally. So they want something where they can connect emotionally and spiritually with their next lover. So that's also really nice, and they're willing to kind of, you know, get started in developing that type of connection. I'm not sure if this thing they have already done. I'm not trying to find out about their situation as such, but if in the past they were not able to connect emotionally, this is the time that they're going to start and actually make an effort. So they could be quite new with this, so which can, of course, kind of cause some sort of fine-tuning, but I'm sure you guys can kind of work it out. That's what you're, planning towards. But let's see more. It's too soon to tell, right? Okay. What do you really want? These cards are going to say that. Okay. We have the Star card. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Queen of Wands. So we have 3 queens already. I think the Queen of Pentacles is remaining. Okay, so this is kind of, okay, you have an idea of the person of your dreams, okay, and you're actually wanting that person of your dreams. You could be trying to kind of fit that perfection idea that you have in your mind of a perfect partner onto them. Okay, so look out for that. But in either case, you're looking for that perfect fit that that has a very good passionate relationship as well as good communication. Okay, the Queen of Swords is very honest and you communicate freely. There is no, oh my god, if I say this, they will feel bad and it'll be horrible and that's why I will just keep everything to myself. No, none of that. Queen of Swords is like, listen, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking, this is what we should do. The logical, practical side, plus the very confident, charismatic, buoyant, what else? The rejuvenating influence of the Queen of Wands. So there has to be that spark in the relationship, and there needs to be a give and take effort of keeping that spark alive. Okay. Now let's see what they really want. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, guys, you took all the queens. Awesome. Okay, then we have the Devil card, a little bit of lust there. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Devil by itself can be kind of a no-go because, it is mainly a physical attraction. But although this is an important factor, it of course is, they're definitely also grounding that idea. They're not just being, into only the physical stuff. The Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, very grounded, very stable and practical, takes care of themselves and also takes care of other people. The philosophy of the Queen of Pentacles is that if I cannot take care of myself, how can I take care of other people? Like the mother of the house, when she becomes sick, well, everyone feels a little bit under the weather, right? So what they really want is a very nurturing relationship where you can kind of be with each other very comfortably, sitting there next to each other in silence, that kind of thing. And with the Page being here, I feel like they are a little bit new in this stabilizing sort of relationship. So there definitely is the devil thing happening there. Plenty of physical attraction though, so that is completely fine, I feel. Although we'll check the compatibility cards later. Okay. What else? With the Page of Pentacles, what else am I getting? They're new at this, they're willing to work with you. They would be totally open to learning new things with you. Okay, like enrolling in a class, taking some hobby lessons or something, doing an online course together, anything of that sort, or anything practical even, because we have the Pentacles there. So like woodworking, metalworking, just going hiking, these sort of things, okay? Out in nature, kind of spending time out there on the land, on the field, that kind of vibe is there. Very nice. That's also really nice. So this is what they're really wanting, even though, so I feel like what they're looking for in the lover is kind of influenced by their past relationship. And meanwhile, what they're really wanting, something that will actually give them a lot of fulfillment, is represented here. Okay, so yeah, just keep that in mind. See if that resonates for you, of course. Okay, what else? Okay, let's just get into your compatibility then. Physical compatibility. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so there could be some play acting, teasing, having fun, flirting, these type of things. Devil also kind of very flirtatious, very charming. Okay, kind of irresistible. So you can see here that the devil is not really holding on to the person at all, but they feel like they're trapped by the devil. So they're so charming that it kind of feels like, oh God, I'm just gonna stay here then. That kind of thing. So they want that irresistible magnetism. Okay, it's an important element for them. Not that you will be continuously on it, but it's good to know that you can. That kind of thing. Okay, so Seven of Swords, I already told you, teasing, flirting, play acting, role playing a little bit. The devil is very 50 Shades type of person as well, so, take that as you will. Okay, then we have the mental connection. We have King of Pentacles, so that is super stable. Yes, definitely, you guys are doing things together, you're learning things together. We have Sagittarius as well for you, so you like doing that. Very open to exploring many things, and King of Pentacles is like, okay, we're gonna learn everything, we're just gonna do everything, that kind of thing. So you have a lot of shared interest in that mind expansion type of area. Okay, let's see, emotional compatibility. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you might be prone to kind of over intellectualizing things together, so thinking a lot more rather than feeling. Okay, they might have, I'm saying they because we have the Eight of Cups here, they might have certain issues with expressing themselves fully. They need some time to trust or be completely open of their internal desires. Although the good thing is that if this can be managed, the boundary settings that they do, if that can be managed, then you can connect with one another in a very authentic level emotionally, because Ace of Swords is about having this kind of clear idea of what are you thinking based on what you're feeling. Okay, so if you're feeling neglected many times, even though that is not true actually, then it's time to kind of question, why do I feel like this, right? So that includes kind of going deeper and deeper into your mind and seeing what really is causing the problem. Why am I feeling like this, right? And that will help you a lot with communicating with one another. It becomes more authentic as time passes and you guys stay together. Okay, so that's really beautiful, very sincere. That's what I'm gonna say. But definitely Seven of Wands is a bit of a warning. Like if either one of you is trying to barge in, then the boundaries can become very rigid. Okay, because Seven of Wands is more of a defensive pose. So if either one is kind of more attacking, either person becomes more prone to building these boundaries again. Again, I'm gonna say it's them. Because the defensive pose, only listening to themselves and standing in your own power, that kind of thing. So be on the lookout for that. Just don't try to attack. Rather than that, just come from an emotionally nurturing point of view. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say it's neutral. Okay, it has potential to be really awesome, but emotional compatibility is a little bit neutral. Let's say spiritual. We have Seven of Pentacles, so needs a little bit of patience and a bit of work. That we can already see with the emotional thing over there. Yeah? Okay, but that's what. If you really want to be with them, you will be with them. It's kind of like that. Of course, it's a two-way street, obviously. You don't need to stick around if someone is not being respectful to you or not honoring your, well, not honoring their promises, that kind of thing. But if the disturbances are purely because you guys have respective things to work on, then that's completely fine. Just work on your things and be patient with one another, just because everyone has a different pace in everything, right? So just be respectful and mindful of that, and it will really help with your spiritual evolution. Because guess what, these have deep roots. First, when you plant seeds, they grow roots, then they start growing upward, right? So even if it takes a bit of time, the result that you get is going to be a really strong relationship, right? So that's something to work for, if it's the right person, something to work for. Okay, finally, let's find out what is your relationship with them could be like. Do you have a future together? And the answer is yes, the Knight of Wands. Although, again, this is more of a passionate, creative, spontaneous, very fun type of energy. So, yeah, then we have Perth, which is magic, prophecy, mystery, chance, work, and pawn. So, yes, there is a good chance that you have a future together. Although, I feel like you guys are not yet together. You want to be with them, right? So, I can't see the very far future in this, but the future that you guys have together is going to be quite magical. Okay, very passionate. We already saw plenty of that. But Knight of Wands sometimes does suggest that it's not going to be for the long haul. So this can be based on, obviously the future is always based on your current temperament, their temperament. So don't read too much into that this is the dead set end of the story. No, this is the foreseeable future. It is quite magical, it is quite passionate, very spontaneous, super creative, fun, doing this, doing that, going outside, trying some fun stuff. That's completely awesome. And because these things are going to take a bit of time, of course, the farther future is going to depend on the actions that both of you take after you are together, right? So yeah, maybe watch another video for that part. Right? Yeah, that's what I have. Let's see your advice now for your connection with this person. I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. This is very interesting because I'm unapologetic about what I desire is more of a defensive type thing. So it's encouraging you to stay in your power. That's really good, okay? And I trust that what I focus on will grow. That is the spiritual thing. It's very interesting that it is encouraging you to work on the emotional and the spiritual things with this person, because yes, that will help you guys strengthen your relationship and take it further into the future than we are able to see here, right? So that is for you. You can use it as an affirmation as well if you want. But I hope this reading helped, that it resonated and guided you, gave you plenty of insights as well. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. If you would like to donate, then you can do so again with the PayPal link. Not an expectation. I don't expect anything from you at all. But obviously, any amount is appreciated. But what would be even more important is if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe, because it helps grow the channel. You never know who these messages might help and resonate with, so I would be super grateful for your contribution in getting the channel and also the video out there. But I hope you have a good one. Take care. See you next time. Bye. Hi Paltu, welcome to your reading. So we have the 4 cornerstones over here of compatibility. we'll take a look at the yes or no portion at the end. Let's just see what you're like, what they are like, what they're expecting from a relationship, etc. That way we get a more full picture and gives you, well, more information, right? So let's see what you're like. We have the third house and we have 10 of Pentacles. So that's nice. You're a family person. You like stability. Even within yourself, you're expressive of your thoughts and feelings. You do not shy away from people getting close to you as long as they themselves are not being, sabotaging, that kind of thing. It's this big happy family getting together for celebrations, that kind of thing. So this harmony, living with others, the community vibe, that is quite important for you. And what else? You generally have a happy, accepting temperament. So that's really nice, right? I would say you're intelligent and you're curious about certain things. Well, of course, everyone's area of interest is different, but whatever you like to do, you really, really like to do. Okay, so that's really nice. Kind of you want to keep exploring and knowing more, that kind of thing. Okay, let's see what they're like. We have the 7th house and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so they value other people, their connections and partnerships quite a bit. These things are important, other people's feelings as well. They do take plenty of responsibility. Why is this? This was doing this for the pile 1 as well. I'm not sure why. Okay. Yes, so they do take on a bit of responsibility upon themselves. Okay, so they are hardworking, they are determined, they have a certain goal in mind, but they sometimes tend to take on a bit much more than what is actually needed of them. So they are responsible, but sometimes they can go a little bit overboard. But this is kind of to show to other people that they care about them and that they're willing to go the distance, that kind of thing. Okay, so other people are important. Relationships between other people are as well quite important, so they can be a nice diplomat, let's say. Not in the annoying way, but rather kind of understanding both sides of the situation. Yeah, so they could have kind of a diverse group of friends as well. Like 2 different people who don't get along with each other, but they get along with this person over here. That could be a case as well. Okay, let's see more. What are you looking for in a lover? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So someone who makes an effort. Someone who's steady, grounded, practical. Not so much with the freaking out and extra. Some people are like that, kind of just all up in the mind, all up in the air, and just, thinking a lot more than doing anything. But rather you're like, you know what, you show me that you're willing to put in the effort and I will believe you, that kind of thing. You're more into the grounded, practical type of behavior. And also for the day-to-day activities, you're not so much into the procrastinators, or it kind of might give you anxiety just watching them not do their stuff on time, and like freaking out on behalf of them, that kind of thing. Right, so that's what you're looking for. Someone who who shows you in small little increments about how they care about you, or how much they care about you, rather than some big grandiose expressions, because that can be on significant days, but you should love someone, or you should like them, on a daily basis, rather than just come up and be present one day a year, right? So that's more your type, is the little things that matter more to you, that brings more value into your life. So that's really nice. That's very nice. Okay, let's see what they are wanting from their lover. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, so 3 of Wands is kind of a look to the horizon, look to the future, big picture thinking, optimistic, and optimistic. Yeah, that is a thing that is definitely coming through, and knows what they want, and you look forward with a glass half full kind of perspective. Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, um, very grounded as well, stable, someone who can take care of themselves, but also can be there for other people. Okay, that's the kind, like, stay grounded, kind of be there, take care of yourself as well, because, well, yeah, the philosophy of this card is that if you cannot take care of yourself, how can you take care of someone else? It's just not gonna happen, right? If you're sick, then you can't help anyone, right? So that's the thing, like, they want someone in their next relationship, in that lover, that they be centered within themselves. They're not insecure about expressing their own feelings and thoughts, and at the same time also have a little bit of an intellectual kind of thing. Not so okay. Intellectual is just something I'm getting rather than what's in the cards. Okay, it's just this vision kind of vibe is coming through with the Three of Wands. So looking forward, looking into the future rather than keep dredging up the past and looping the same thing again and again. They're repeating the same fights. That kind of thing is not their cup of tea, because they already take a lot of stress on themselves, and they are already concerned about the people that they connect with. So, I mean, toxicity from the people they are with, from the person they be with, it's just, I mean, they don't need that. They're already putting it on themselves. So, of course, they want someone who will kind of lend a hand if needed. Someone who can come with their groundedness, nice and peaceful mindset, and kind of remind them, hey, you're doing too much. It's okay, we can do it tomorrow. How about that? Someone who brings them a little bit more relief in that sense. They're not complaining. I don't feel like they're complaining about the burden, but it does get too much sometimes. Okay? Okay, so what are you really wanting? This is more of a deep down type of question. The what do you want in a lover can be influenced by your past experiences, but what do you really want is something that's deep down and not influenced by external circumstances. So let's see. We have the Star card. Pile 1 got this as well. Star card, quite nice. Okay, and we have the Five of Swords. So Star card is like, okay, there is a certain spiritual connection that needs to be there. It's kind of a long-term wish fulfillment, so who you have been wanting since quite a while. Maybe not in the particular person-wise, but rather the set of qualities or traits that you are wishing for. You want them to be kind of the person of your dreams a little bit with the Star card here. Also someone who knows when to choose their battles. Okay, like, this does not deserve your attention, so don't keep banging your head on the same problem when it's not going to be any different, when the result is not going to be any different than the last one. Again, ties in together with the whole practical mindset. If this is not constructive, there is no use of that kind of thing. Okay, so getting frustrated over little annoyances in daily life can be a little bit annoying to this happy family kind of vibe to you, right? So it's like, manage your stress, kind of know where to expend your energy, that kind of thing. And yeah, that's a really mature wish, actually. I feel like this has come to you more as you developed, as you've experienced more of life yourself. You realized that. Now, keep in mind that this is a general reading. Many people are watching, so some of these traits might not match for you, but I mean, that's okay. The message still stands, right? What else can I get here? Overthinking, well, not overthinking, it's just don't waste your time, kind of. When you're arguing with the wrong people, that however much you argue, it's just not gonna go anywhere. They are still going to maintain that belief, you are still going to maintain your belief, and it's just kind of agree to disagree type of conclusion that comes about, right? So there's no use banging your head over it. Make your case, of course, state your opinion, make your case, but you don't need to force someone else to be on your side. So when they choose their own path over here, the other person, when they choose their own path, then it can be a little bit like, ugh, I could not convince them even now. You don't need any of that, right? Yes. Okay, now let's see, what do they really want? We have Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Again, the visionary thing is really coming here. Because someone who can, someone who has some foresight, knows the consequences of actions, of thoughts, even because Queen of Swords is about thoughts, and even the words that you speak, that they can have a considerable impact on your surroundings. Someone who is aware of that. With the Four of Pentacles, this can be about like good with saving money, or good with respecting the resources that you have, being grateful about the life that you have lived, knowing and understanding that the things of the past were not done and dusted. It's more like you learn things from it and then you grow from it. That's all. Like you're able to outgrow and not being rigid. Okay. Queen of Pentacles as well as the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, if it is in a healthy way, then both of them stand for having healthy boundaries. Okay, like these are my things and I'm going to be protective of them, because yes, these are mine, and we need to have certain boundaries, right? Your neighbor cannot just come and live in your house, for example. That is not to say that you're being selfish, but rather, come on guys, you have your own place, right? That kind of thing. Even the Queen of Pentacles, I kept repeating, right? Nurturing for yourself as well as others. So that is maintaining a healthy boundary. No one needs to take advantage of you. You are not doing that, and no one can do it to you. That kind of thing. So it is nice and matching up for you guys. That's really nice. Queen of Swords also speaks the truth, speaks their mind, rather than being the passive-aggressive type of person. It is more about, all right, you know what? If you're feeling this, just say it. If this is what you're expecting it, just say it. That kind of thing. Because once again, I feel like they already take on a lot on themselves and they don't have time to be playing that hinting game. Okay, many people do that. So yeah, that's something. And we have Five of Cups, so the over-emotional, over-dramatizing things. That's again not their cup of tea, because they care, and even if this may be momentary for you, it can cause an impact on their own emotional state as well. So that is something that they're really wanting, this whole thing. None of the Five of Cups is a very melodrama type of card. So yeah, more on the logical, more on the practical side, less on the over of the emotional side. Feel your feelings, of course. Hey, Five of Cups is still like, feel your feelings. You need to mourn. There is a mourning phase whenever you lose a part of life, or a person, or a situation, something that you are attached to, of course. That is for granted, and they will be there to care for you. But when it goes kind of overboard and you're just not getting up from that situation, it can be a bit of a pull down for this person. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now let's see your compatibility. Your physical compatibility is death and rebirth. Okay, so it is something of a transformation. The longer you are with them, the better it gets. That kind of thing. We'll see more. We have the mental compatibility, Knight of Wands, quite passionate. You have a good exchange of ideas. You can spark new different conversations that kind of jog your own minds and expand your own minds as well. It's energizing. It's good to talk to them. Good to exchange ideas, See their viewpoint, state your own viewpoint. It can be, you may feel like when you talk to this person, there's just these random strains of thought that just come, like one moment you're talking about, I don't know, food, and the next moment you're talking about, okay, hobbies and skydiving or things like that, okay? And that way it is a very nice method to kind of learn a lot about one another, even if it's these small little things. It definitely adds to what the person is like. So your mental compatibility is quite nice, quite passionate in a way. That's nice. Okay, your emotional compatibility, Knight of Cups. So romance is going to be quite nice. It's more of a very romantic type of vibe. Emotionally, you're connecting very well. Both of you express what you're feeling and what you're thinking, and you're not afraid to share. So that's very good. That's a really, really amazing. So mental, emotional compatibilities are on a high. That's good. Okay, now your spiritual compatibility. We have the Judgment. Oh, wow. This, I think, is one of the most spiritual cards. You can literally see, like, she's releasing her soul up to the higher self, up to the skies, that kind of thing. She's like, yes, I will trust whatever is to come. It is not ego based at all, right? Spiritual is not at all ego based. When I say ego, I don't mean I'm everything, I'm the star of the show, not that type, but rather the identity that we form here on earth, that this is my nationality, this is my gender, this is my caste and creed and color, these sort of things. These are very human constructs that hold no value as such. What does matter are your motivations, your actions, the way that you trigger one another and things like that while you live on earth, right? So Judgment goes to that and beyond that. It kind of looks at a very big, vast picture of how do you connect on a very soulful level. So that is being very bare, that the highest level of intimacy where you are completely bare. You're so open and transparent. You're completely vulnerable, but you don't feel afraid. That kind of thing. So it's a very spiritual card. So I'm gonna say physical, with the death and rebirth, is going to go through an amazing shift as you guys keep working on your relationship. Whether you will get together or not, we'll see about that. But if you do, initially it might need a bit of groundwork, because for example, if you have a certain set of ideas that this is how a physical relationship should be like, and they have something else, I feel like both of you might have different ideas of what that looks like. So it could be more about using these three aspects to form a strong common ground and therefore increase your physical compatibility. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, now let's go to the yes or no part. I know you're waiting for this. Okay, drum roll, please. All right. Anyway, we have Wunjo, joy, success, recognition, and contentment. So that's very nice, very contented and joyful. Yes, I already talked about that. So that was the vibe there. So definitely, that's a good sign. And we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, yes. So the Seven of Cups is kind of wishful thinking. So, it could be like this, we could be like that. And it's all very wishful and kind of idealistic, all right? Make sure to also ground them. Because it is easy when you're, just fantasizing and thinking about someone, and you're kind of like, oh, yeah, they would say this, then I would say that, and we could just go over there and do this and things like that, right? So it can be really wonderful in the fantasy, but it is very easy to kind of, for it to become a part of your life, even though that is not true. Right, it's just in your head, but because it is so much in your head that it is hard to think otherwise. So make sure that there is no delusional thinking. Short answer, I will say, is I'll say yes. It's a little bit borderline maybe. Okay, this card itself is maybe, but because we have a lot of joy and success, I'll say yes, because it looks like you would be a nice fit. You don't seem melodramatic, and they don't seem to be overthinking. They believe in working towards whatever. Both of you want very grounded things. Of course, they want a little bit of the visionary kind of think ahead type of ideology, which I think you can because you have good intelligence, and in any case you can definitely talk about it with one another, so that's really nice. So in that way, yes. In the way maybe is that it requires a bit of work in terms of the physical sense. So if you're not serious, they're not looking for something short term. They're not going to bother if the connection does not seem right. Okay, so yeah, that's the maybe portion. Yeah, it was it was not a very clear-cut answer. It really depends on how much do you like them, how much. Okay, so that will of course then determine the amount of effort you put in, or yeah, the in a way that you want to learn about them rather than just get together. Right, so yeah, it's a little bit deep here. So if you're not into that, or if you're not into this person so much, then yeah, not for you. But if you honestly like them, then it's really good. It's really good. This can go the distance, really. I feel like you're not yet together, kind of. Even if you are, it's kind of the early stages, I feel. So yeah, I can't see a farther future beyond the Seven of Cups, because this is the first step, right? So I might make an energy check-in video as well later on, so we can see how this progresses. But until that time, I think, yes, this is my response here. But overall, it looks really good, so I hope this helped. Okay, let's do your oracle card now. This is for some advice for you about your relationship with this person. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So, okay, so it is more like when you work on yourself, when you are happy, when you are staying in your high vibe state, you're doing you and whatever makes you happy and things like that, you connect better with this person, because it looks like, yeah, your compatibility is very much dependent on the things you think about, things you feel, things you have read and learned about, just yeah, so the more things that you do by yourself, the more things you have to talk about or think about or, discuss together. And that way it feels just overall good. So, and also makes you quite tolerant of any difficult moments. You have something more to add rather than saying, oh, that's so sad, right? So that is something to keep in mind. You can use that as an affirmation, or, just watch the video again if you want. It's up to you. Yeah, it was just for you over here. I didn't ask why do they need this and things like that. So yeah, that's your advice. Take it or leave it. Okay, so if you are interested in a personal reading, you can reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. If this reading helped you, guided you, and you want to show your appreciation, you can do that through the PayPal link, once again in the comment section as well as in the description box. But that is not an expectation from my side. That's not why I'm posting these videos. I just like doing what I do, so yeah, that's just an additional portal for you to connect with me more. So I would definitely appreciate it, but I'm not expecting anything. But I would really be thankful if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe, because it helps grow the channel. You never know who these messages might help, and I would be super grateful for your participation in getting the video as well as the channel out there. But all of this is your wish, ultimately your choice. So I do hope you guys, get some things around. I feel happy when others are happy. That's really nice. Take care. Until next time. Bye. Hi Pal3, welcome to your reading. Let's see if you guys have a future together. The yes or no answer is over here. And we have these 4 cornerstones of compatibility tests, but we'll first find out something about you, something about them, kind of see how things work, so I have more information to give you. Okay, let's see what you're like. We have the South Node, past life, comfort, resource, instinct, and familiar. And we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, So you are quite nice, very charming, very sweet, very loving, graceful, giving, compassionate, understanding, and so on and so forth. You have this childlike enthusiasm about you. You do undergo certain periods of nostalgia, kind of living in the past a little bit, and also moving into the future, kind of with your hopes and wishes and dreams. So you tend to be very much there in your mind very often than not. You're either in the past, learning from it, getting some stuff from it. It could be a phase of your life as well, by the way. This is not just that you yourself from the day you are born you are like this. No. But you right now. So yeah, this could be also, planning for the future as well, seeing what would make you happy as you grow and mature, things like that. What you were like, kind of analyzing, oh, so I used to be like this and now I'm like that. Also for your wants and wishes. When I was a kid, I used to want this and this, but now I want completely different things like that. Yeah, you are very good at comforting people. You feel very... people don't have trouble opening up with you. That's the general vibe here. Okay, you're very accepting. Okay, let's see what your love interest is like. We have the 11th house. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. Okay. So there are some intellectual people. Yeah, they're quite smart, like to read, good at multitasking, task management, these sort of things, kind of analyze, think critically, open to new ideas, always have something to read about, something to talk about, something to think about, and so on and so forth. Very mental. Also with the 11th house, it's kind of like they try to understand the impact of whatever new discoveries are being made, or just whatever they read about and how it impacts society, kind of on an ethical side or psychological, something of that sort. Okay, because the mind is reminding me of like a regression type of thing. So yeah, the study could be anything, but the 11th house mainly rules the humanity. Okay, so it could be I'm feeling mostly, humanities field. What else? They're good friends. They have nice friends. They can speak very nicely, fluently, get their point across. Yeah, that's there. What else? Friends, groups of people. Humanity. Aquarius. Yes, they could be Aquarius. Or a certain air sign. I said Aquarius because 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. Plus I see the swords here. But definitely can be any of the air signs. Or it is dominant in their chart, because that's coming across. Alright, so now let's see what you're looking for in a lover. We have the 9 of Wands. So someone who's strong, resilient, determined, who does not give up till the last push, like does not back down from a good challenge, up to the task. Also setting boundaries in a way that not everyone is allowed in, because that's not how things work. These are the sort of things, kind of that strength type of vibe here. It's not the strength card, but it is definitely a lower resonance of the strong, brave, courageous type of vibe. Okay. Now let's see what they are looking for in a lover. We have the Page of Wands. So youthful, lively, charismatic, playful, adventurous spirit. Okay, kind of ready to learn, ready to explore, travel, skip around, try new things, that kind of vibe. Very youthful, lively. You can see from the image itself that it's very sprightly and active and excited and energetic and things like that. So yeah, a fun spirit is what they are looking for. Okay, that's not coming forth as their identity, but definitely is a nice balancing when you look at the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. Page of Swords is more like, okay, you know what, don't talk to me, I have a million things going on right now. Meanwhile, the Page of Wands is like, live a little, oh my god. So it's a good balancing thing happening there. Now let's see what you really, really want. We have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay, this is a very interesting combination. You could be prone to, overthinking. That could be your worst enemy, because you keep going back. You do the going back and forth type of thing. In your own mind, and that can lead to some overthinking, sleepless nights, anxiety, these sort of things. So that's what the Nine of Swords is talking about. Also, Nine of Swords says that reality around you, the practical reality, is not as bad as you're making it up in your mind. So that's a good thing, right? It's not actually that makes things better. So yeah, with the Hangman being here, you want someone on a deeper level who can bring into light this new perspective, because once you start thinking, it just keeps going on in a loop and you're unable to see the same situation from a different perspective. And it is very helpful to have someone who understands that yes, you do this sometimes, and instead of thinking lowly of you, they just are like, hey, you know what, it's actually this type of perspective, and give their own thought on your situation, which can actually help you as well see it from a different light, right? It is quite common, like when we just start thinking in a destructive manner, we just keep swirling around, and it's a whole spiral of destruction in our own mind, as if it's doomsday tomorrow. But it's not actually the case, right? But we wouldn't be able to see that in the moment because we're feeling it so much. That's why someone from a different mindset really helps in being like, hello, you have this awesome, right? You can do this. Yes, we can try this, right? Things like that. The small little things that give you a whole different perspective on things and of your own problems. So that's something you are needing from a partner, someone who can really understand and see that in you. That's nice. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never had this combination, so I'm just marveling at that for now. Okay. Anyway, I can do that later. Let's see, what do they really want from their relationship or partner. We have the King of Wands and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I've gotten Queen of Pentacles and I've shuffled the deck so many times already for each of the piles, either here in the what are they looking for, or what do they really want. Anyway, okay, so King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands is very charming, very confident, charismatic, very leader, okay, entrepreneurial spirit, that type of thing. So they're looking for someone who, they're wanting someone who is confident about themselves. And Queen of Pentacles is a very peaceful, grounded, nurturing, loving for the self as well as other people, that kind of thing. I'm not sure about your age, but I see plenty of pages which is like a younger age, like perhaps like 20s or something. Meanwhile, what they are actually wanting, and I feel like this is a projection of what they're looking for in the future rather than right now, because both the King and Queen, they're a more mature sign, right? So they're kind of looking up to the maturity that comes with age. So okay, that's interesting. They do have good foresight in that case. Yeah. So I feel like they don't mind working towards it. Okay? They don't mind working towards this very mature, stable, fiery, earthy kind of energy. But eventually the person they want to, for example, get married to would be someone who is who can be a good parent, who can take care of themselves, and also have a good career, because that is what their hopes and wishes are for themselves. Okay, so it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna sit back and relax and my partner has to do everything. No. Both of these are quite interesting, quite nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then let's see your compatibility, then we'll do your yes or no. So this is your physical compatibility, Knight of Cups. That is good, quite romantic, very loving, sensual, that kind of thing. Let's take it slow and easy, no need to rush anything, no one's going anywhere, that kind of vibe with the Knight of Cups, very smooth. Okay, smooth, sultry, kind of winning your heart and then, carry on. That kind of thing. Very irresistible, again, charming and confident, that kind of thing. More of the wooing portion. Okay, your mental compatibility, Two of Pentacles. This is a little bit of a... You need to kind of figure things out over here. Okay, both of you are from different schools of thought, so this can be a little bit of a conflicting area. But because they also like to talk about what they are going through, and you also do, with time and some open communication, this can be an easy juggle, because even though this person is juggling, they're not struggling, their face is like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, so you do have very different perspectives on your thought process, but it is definitely achievable to have a good balance in your mental compatibility. Okay, let's see your emotions now. Page of Cups. So this is a very ideal type of emotional connection, very heart to heart, borderline spiritual. Again, we have Page, so it's more of an innocent type of card. Like, as if anything is possible, let's all connect amazingly, yes, let's all be together and stay together. Very optimistic and idealistic, so that's beautiful. I like that because, once again, both of you are different, but while mentally, on a logical and practical sense, it may be rocky, emotionally you have a very good balancing act happening here, right? Yeah, the logical thinking that they have could be the different perspective you need to get out of your own head, let's say. These are examples I'm giving, by the way. This is the major focus of the cards, but yeah, something that you overthink about can be that can be helped by this person, so that's good. Okay, spiritual connection, we have the Six of Swords. This is more of an ongoing process, so I feel like this is not a default spiritual connection already, but you can make it happen, because see, in every lifetime we're forming new connections, and not everyone that we have in our life is from a past life or even from our soul family. We are always meeting new people, and each one of them are on a different journey and different path. So we just happen to cross a bunch of people and we get to know certain people from that path crossing, and we tend to kind of stay with certain people, right? So in this case, yeah, both of you, in terms of spiritual compatibility, this is an ongoing process, so it has to be quite transitionary. You're kind of learning about one another as you go, that type of thing, rather than bam, click, done, okay, we're forever together. Okay, so it's not an instant type of clicking. All right, let's see the yes or no. Do you have a future together? We have Rider, which is right, journey, destiny, travel, and change. Okay, we had change and transition right there. So the destiny is interesting. We have the King of Pentacles. Yes, this is a yes card. Okay, King of Pentacles, abundant in every sense. Okay, they have met their soulmate, they've traveled the world, they have done all they needed to do for their job, they have been the boss man, and yeah, they have earned the respect of themselves, people. They have worked hard, they have relaxed, they have given help, they have received help, everything. The King of Pentacles is the epitome of abundance. So, I mean, apart from Empress, this is more of a material sense, right? So that is obviously a good sign. Yes, there is a future together. I'm not seeing so much of the happy family, like together forever type of vibe, but rather that whatever you do have is going to be quite strong and stable. So, and it is a process, okay? It is definitely a process. You're learning a lot about each other and also about yourselves as you go. So definitely this connection itself can be a very destined type, okay? Something that is here and meant to be here to teach you certain things about life, about yourself, about just connections in general and how things work, just the whole dynamic of things, which in turn make you feel more secure, make them more ready to be, more stable and things like that. But yeah, for the foreseeable future, yes, you do have a future together, and the rest is a process. All right. Let's see, we have a word of encouragement for you. What do you need to hear about your connection with this person? In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Again, we have this process type thing. So I'm not going to promise you that this is it, but it is definitely a significant connection. All right? Yes, so if you want a personal reading from me, you can reach me on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. If this reading helped you, guided you, resonated with you, and you want to show your appreciation, you can do that through the tip or donation link. It is again in the description box and comment section. It is not an obligation. I do not expect anything from you, but it is definitely appreciated. But honestly, what would be more awesome for me and very helpful is if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe, because it helps, the video and the channel get out there. You never know who these messages might help, so I would be grateful for your participation in all of this. But ultimately, it's all your choice, up to you. No pressure at all, no expectation from my side. I do hope you take care, that you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye and take care. Hi Pile 4, welcome to your reading. Let's see if you guys have a future together. We have the 4 cornerstones of compatibility over here, and we have your yes or no answer. But first, let's find out a little bit about you and about them, see how the fit is, what's going on, etc. Okay. So describing you, we have Mars, a passion, anger, action, courage, desire, and competition. And your tarot card is the Queen of Swords. Awesome. So very strong personality, okay? You know what you want. You know how to get there. And you know what to do in order to get to your destination. Very action-oriented, but at the same time, a type of thought leader. So that means that your thought process is very clear. You delineate your expectations very nicely. You have the strength to go ahead and complete whatever task that you set out to do, or whatever that you desire. You have the strength to accomplish it. Very clear, unbiased thinking. That type of thing, you strive to find out the truth, and you are always straightforward and direct with the people you interact with. That's all very impressive. Let's see what they are like. We have the 9th house. 9th house, okay. And we have the Strength card, okay. And the Fool. Okay, so they're adventurous in a way. They like long trips. What else? They are a little bit naive in a way. Like, they have a very innocent type of outlook. Now, you can always, nothing is always positive or negative at all. It's how you take it. So naivete can also be just, being childlike and being innocent, and that makes it a good thing. So take it how it resonates, okay? They are really strong, brave, courageous, those type of feeling. They have a good balance of their more vulnerable side, as well as the stronger, more fierce nature that is coming through from the strength card. Overall, internal strength is like very heightened here. At the same time, they do have plenty of faith in the universe. They could be a believer in the higher philosophical thought processes. That can be something in spirituality, or it can be just a big picture thinking, philosophies. What else? Yeah, I can't think of more things right now, but yeah. Ninth house is very much about philosophy. It's very like broad-minded thinking, because the natural house is for Sagittarius and Jupiter, so that's like expanding the horizons. And the Fool here is literally, I mean, the entire universe is open for the Fool, right? This is the start of this person's journey. Yeah, so there is that very free-spirited kind of going out into the wild, kind of seeing what's there, and kind of hoping and making, just keeping the faith that everything is going to work out, that kind of thing. So not too much on the active thinking portion, but rather that whatever comes, I will deal with it, that kind of thing. It's good. It helps that they try to know what's up. They could have plenty. By the way, when the houses come up, I feel like there could be certain planets over there which are quite influential at this moment. So that I can't say, obviously, without seeing their birth chart. But yeah, in either case, these are the qualities here. And we have the Leo constellation here. So they could be a Leo or have it quite influential this year. All right. Let's find out, what are you looking for in a lover? We have the World card. So yeah, this is like a very well-rounded type of vibe. So you want them to be, you know what, just be good at everything. That kind of thing. No pressure. No, really, no pressure. Let's just be a well-rounded human being. That kind of thing. Like, just because you're emotional does not mean you can't think straight. And if you're logical, doesn't mean you shouldn't have any emotions at all. This can also be talking about the different areas of life, like be good at your job. You should also have a hobby. You should have this, this, and this. So in whatever level that you're thinking, whether it is in a thought mindset type of criteria, or if it is like the physical activities that they get involved with, in either case, you need them to be, you want them, you're looking for someone who is good at multiple things rather than just one thing and settling down. The World is also like, you complete a cycle and then you move on to the next. So it is a graduation. So there is an element of like follow through. You see a project through to its completion and then you start something else. So just because you're doing multiple things does not mean you're like an ADD type person. You just like, you're getting stuff done as well. Even if you're multitasking, you're somehow seeing the projects through, that kind of thing. Okay, so what are they looking for in a lover? We have the Two of Swords. So someone who can kind of intuitively decide and choose rather than be super confused all the time. In times of confusion, especially because they're more into the I'll deal with what comes, that kind of thing, their partner that they're looking for is also someone like in the face of confusion, dilemma, adversity, knowing which way to go, because the Fool here has like very inborn intuition, so inborn that they don't even know that that's what it is called. They're so intuitive that they just act accordingly rather than think. So yeah, Two of Swords, the advice of this card generally is to use intuition, okay? Because you can't decide. It might be like a rock in a hard place, but you, of course, need to make a choice. So what do? You choose your intuition, you connect with your higher self, guides, whatever your method is. But in either case, you take kind of the high road, that type of thing. Okay. Now, what are you really looking for? What are you really wanting? This is more of a deeper thing. We have Three of Pentacles. So this is more of a, let's kind of work together. Let's be a good team. This is that. Very cooperative, collaborative, being together, working together, just understanding one another. Like there is one person kind of guiding these two people, but ultimately each of them are doing their individual task, and they are working according to their strength. So you want that, okay, I'm good at this, this, and this. You be good at this, this, and that. So that we can be a good balance with each other. We are a good team and we get stuff done. Okay, so ultimately you're looking for someone who is ready to walk in step with you. That kind of thing. Okay. Let's see, what are they really wanting? We have Page of Cups. So it's kind of a dreamer type of person. Yeah. I was trying to think of like the age type of bracket, but I'm not sure. The strength card is kind of tripping me up. If it was just the Fool and the Page of Cups, then I would say that they are like someone young or inexperienced in general in life. Okay. That doesn't mean that they don't go out into the world, obviously, but just yeah. Oh, by the way, with the world as well, this could be like likes to travel, because with the Queen of Swords, we have the ocean expansive view and like traveling oceans and going far and wide, that type of thing. And the world also includes travel around the globe, and they have that adventurous spirit. So that's something you guys have in common. That's good. A Page of Cups, yes, very dreamer type, imaginative, very expansive, heart space open, like anything is possible, kind of idealistic. These are the things that they're really wanting. Yeah. Okay. Let's see now the compatibilities. I was gonna say something, but I did not. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like your choices are more mature than theirs. Okay, that's kind of my feels here, because they are wanting someone who is same, and that is not realistic. It might be fun because, hey, hashtag twinning, but in the long run, it's not really beneficial to either one. Meanwhile, yours is more like, okay, something similar, yeah, but also not the exact same thing, because it might get hard to, work together, that kind of way. So that's just my opinion. Don't take that to heart at all if this is offensive for you. Anyway, let's see your physical compatibility. Ooh, we have the Eight of Wands. Yes, so that is very, very explosive, very passionate, instant connection. You just understand each other's rhythms. And yeah, it's basically quite fun. It's a lot of fireworks. This card reminds me of fireworks. So, yep, definitely that. There is a chance of moving too fast if you guys get together. In that way, before you're able to form a real connection, it might be very compelling to just move ahead, right? So yeah, it's up to you, of course, it's your choice, but I just wanted to let you know. Okay, we have the Emperor for the mental compatibility. So mentally, you guys are totally in sync. Yeah, I mean, you guys have plenty of things in common to talk about, to think about, to discuss and argue about, a lot of those things. So mental compatibility is really, really strong. Emperor, super strong. Okay, what about your emotional compatibility? Eight of Swords, not so good. You're not able to understand each other's problems. Like it's like it feels like it's more problematic than it actually is. That's one good thing, right? So that means that the realistic picture is not so bad as it seems. But at the same time, if you're not talking about it, if you don't talk about it, then this can just keep swirling around in your mind. And sometimes it just happens that, you know what, it's kind of avalanching all over my head. And I know that maybe some of these things might not be true, but I don't even know what the problem was. It's like when you keep fighting and then there's another fight and another fight and another one is again and again, it's very hard to keep track of what was I feeling again, what is happening, that kind of thing. So it feels like self-trapping. That is the card here, self-trapping. In reality, she's not stuck or anything, nothing at all, but she sees herself as stuck. So it's like you can't really figure out what is wrong in your emotional connection. It doesn't make sense for a while because you get along quite fine over here, right? So it doesn't really make sense over there emotionally. And spiritually, we have Three of Swords. So be careful. Because this can be kind of a karmic situation. So if they are like extremely irresistible to you, that is kind of, it's time to take a look why. Okay. It's not like they're bad. Okay, no one's bad over here. No one's here to hurt anybody at all. Not at all. But in a spiritual sense, this is not supposed to be a fit. Okay? That's my piece. This can be karmic, need not be. Alright? Okay. Now, yes or no. Let's see. We have algaze, which is protection and assistance. That's a very diplomatic answer, but okay. And we have Five of Swords. So it's going to be a pain in the bee. Okay? Sometimes it can just be like, what are you doing? Like, why? Like, I win the argument, yay. And one person is just like, there's no winning. What are you saying? What is this? Okay? That's kind of the thing, and it can cause a bit of a conflict and headache. That's the thing. So, short answer, no. I'm not going to say yes at all. Five of Swords, I'd say no go. Plus with the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords, I'm going to say no. So if despite your efforts, if you are making efforts, if you are not getting anywhere with this person, then you're just being protected. Also, this can be about, alright, even if you choose to be with them, you will be protected anyhow. So you will feel the adversity of things and you will know when to kind of step away. Alright, so you are being guided and protected through this. Pay attention to signs, please. I will say that because these are how the spiritual team connects with us. Can't help it. Look at birds, nature, numbers, colors, these sort of synchronicities. You're thinking of something and you receive an answer immediately. Pay attention for those things. They can really give you an indication of, do you have to go through this to learn your lessons, or can you learn it otherwise? Because sometimes we put ourselves through unnecessary pain. We don't deserve it, okay? But we feel like we deserve it because of earthly conditioning. So I don't feel like that's you, okay? You're not coming from any toxicity at all, but it just, I don't know. Alright, I don't know the universe completely. It happens sometimes. Just be careful. That's all I will say. Okay. Now a word of encouragement about, well, not encouragement, something the guides would like to tell you about your connection here, and also just in general about your relationships. Just an advice for you, basically. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Not sure why this is here. Multiple options come to mind. One is that if you are not really paying attention to red alerts or these synchronicities, for example, creating mindful moments during the day will help you open your mind more, also your other senses as well. So that will help the universe guide you more towards the ideal relationship that you're looking for. It feels more like it is within reach. You are love. You are created of love. You will ultimately be, the body will dissolve and you will ultimately be just pure love. So anything is possible. So if there is any element of kind of, I have to settle down now, or I should get someone, if that is a factor, then it's just saying, no, nobody needs, no, and miracles are natural. Your person is out there All you need to do is open your eyes, do you, okay, and the right person will come along. And with the assistance and protection, it's really like we're working on it, that kind of vibe. So yeah, that's your reading. If you want a personal reading, then you can reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. If this reading helped you, guided you, resonated with you, and you want to show your appreciation, you can do that through the PayPal link in the description box and the comment below again. It is not an obligation. I do not do this out of any expectation from you at all. I just do it because I like it, that's all. But I would definitely appreciate any donation or tip if you are looking for it. But what I would be honestly grateful for is if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe, because it helps grow the channel. You don't know, you never know who these messages might help. So I would really be super grateful for your participation in getting the video and the channel out there. But ultimately, everything is your wish. It's your choice, okay? No pressure at all. Like I said, no expectations from you. But I do hope you take care. I hope this reading gave you insights. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time in another video. Take care. Bye.